Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at sequence and series. We're looking at the example on page 10. And this is the examples for exercise 3. Is that correct? Or is it exercise 4? 4. And the exercise is on page? Sorry? 10 or 11? 11. Okay. So we are told that in work example 1, the question says, the second term of geometric sequence is negative 4 and the fifth term is 32. First question, determine the formula for the nth term of the sequence. This is Tn. So we know that the general term of a geometric sequence is Tn is equal to AR n minus 1. So in pursuit of calculating your general term, I need to know what the A value is and I need to know what the R value is. Not so. So from the information given, we're going to say that the second term, so T2 is negative 4. So T2 is equal to negative 4. And then the fifth term is 32. So T5 is equal to 32. So we know for T2, it's going to be AR2 minus 1, which is 1. T5 is going to be AR5 minus 1, which is 4. Not so. So in other words, we have AR is equal to negative 4. And we have AR5. T5 is going to be AR4 is equal to 32. So I can make A or R the subject of the formula in equation 1. Okay, but it's going to, there's an easier way of doing it by working with ratios. I firstly say that T with a bigger term on top, so T5 over T2 is equal to, so T5 was AR4 over AR is equal to 32 over negative 4. Okay, you guys see that? So what can be done now? We drop that. So this will simply give us the a's cancel. So that will be r cubed is equal to negative 8. So I get r on its own. We take the cube root both sides. So r is equal to negative 2. So what do we do now? What we still need to do is solve for a. So we'll substitute. R is equal to negative 2 into equation 1. You could go with equation 2. However, it's going to be easier with equation 1. Okay? So we do the substitution, what will it give us? A times negative 2 is equal to negative 4. So I divide both sides by negative 2. So A will be equal to. Ever answered the question? No. They want the general term. So therefore Tn is equal to A plus 2R is negative 2 n minus 1. Can I multiply 2 and negative 2 here? No. Why? Because of this variable exponent. Okay. Is there any confusion there, people? You all understand? Yes, Michael? Yes? Listen, if you had said T2 over T5, then this would have been AR over AR4, which would be negative 4 over 32. Then your next step would have been 1 over R cubed is equal to negative 1 over 8. Then 1 over R would have been negative 1 over 2. And then we need to take its reciprocal. You would have gotten that answer. You could put a small one on top, but we'll just take an extra step. Okay? Anything else? Then the next question says, so I'm going to take this off here. I'm going to keep that out. Number 2 says, which term has a value of negative 1024? which term has a value of negative 1024? Okay. So in other words, the nth term, so Tn, the nth term is negative 1024. But what is Tn? What is Tn? 2 into negative 2, n minus 1 is equal to negative 1024. So what do I do now? I divide by 2 both sides. Not so? So negative 2 raised to the n minus 1 is equal to negative 512. You all agree with that? So what do we do now? The unknown is in the exponent. So what do we say now? The bases are the same, exponents are equal. So you got negative 2 raised to the n minus 1 is equal to negative 2 to what exponent? It should be 9. So we just say 512 equals shift, and you press the button there, it's 2 to the 9. Of course, if you're going to put negative 512, it's not going to give you the answer. Okay, it has to be a natural number. So it's 2 to the 9. So yes, that is correct. It's negative 2. So when bases are the same, exponents are equal, not so? So therefore, n minus 1 is equal to 9. So n is equal to. So therefore, the 10th term is negative 1024. Or if you take the sequence and you extend it by 10 terms, the 10th term would be negative 102. Okay. Any confusion there, people? No? Am I moving too fast? Okay, so question 3 says, determine the 8th term of the sequence. Determine the 8th term of the sequence. So what do I do there? We say the 8th is equal to. So the general term was Tn is equal to 2 into negative 2 n minus 1. So if I see n, I put a 8. So it's going to be 2 times negative 2 raised to the 8 minus 1. I could have written 7. So it's going to be negative 256. Okay. Any confusion there? No? Now we're looking at worked example 2, and this is on page 10. Okay, worked example 2 on page 10. Where the full lesson can be found in the description box below. Okay. So the first 3 terms of arithmetic sequence is 2, x, y, and 9. The first 3 terms of a sequence, but this is 4. No? I can't be wrong. The first 4 terms of the sequence, the first 3 terms of the sequence 2x, y, and 9 forms an arithmetic progression. So you see there? The first 3 terms form an arithmetic progression. So yes, that is correct. And the last 3 terms, forms a geometric progression. Can you see that, people? So in other words, for the arithmetic, so I've got AP here, arithmetic progression, or AS, arithmetic series, and sequence, would be 2, x, and y. For the geometric, for the GP, use a bit of blues, just stick to the colors used. The geometric progression, or the geometric series, is x, y, and 9. Okay. Determine x and y and state the AP and the GP in each case. Okay. So people, if this is an arithmetic progression, okay, what is exclusive to arithmetic progressions? Sorry, there's a common difference. What is exclusive to geometric progression? Common ratio. We have two unknowns, so definitely we're going to go into two unknowns. Simultaneous equations. Not so. So in other words, we need to set up two equations and then solve for x and y simultaneously. Okay. So let's go with it. Let's go with the arithmetic progression. It has a common difference, which is T3 minus T2 is equal to T2 minus T1. So what's your T3 value? Y minus x is equal to T2, which is x minus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make y the subject of the formula. I could have made x, but I don't want to work with fractions. If I have a choice, I won't work with fractions. Okay. So we got y is equal to 2x minus 2, and this is equation 1. So you do on the other end, geometric progressions. So it's going to be the common ratio, which is T3 over T2 equals T2 over T1. What's your T3 value? 9 over y is equal to y over x. So what do I do now? I cross multiply. So y squared is equal to 9x, and this equation 2. So what do we do now? Substitute equation 1 into equation 2. You can say the sub-equation 1 into equation 2. No problem. But you see me just using arrows here. Okay. So what would that give us now? We got 2x minus 2 squared is equal to 9x. So from here it's just simplifying. So that will give you 4x squared. 2x times 2. 2x times negative 2 times 2 is negative 8x. Plus 4 is equal to 9x. Bring that over the equal sign. Becomes 4x squared. Minus 9x minus 8x is minus 17x. Plus 4 is equal to 0. Becomes a trinomial. I can either use a calculator or quadratic formula, or I can factorize it. This is a fairly simple factorization sum. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Okay? So x is equal to a quarter, or x is equal to 4. So if x is a quarter, then y is going to give us 2 times a quarter minus 2, which is a half minus 2, which is negative 3 over 2. Okay, on the other end, you got y is equal to 2 times 4 minus 2, which is 6. So remember, for the arithmetic, let's check if this answer is right here. So either 3, yes. So remember, for the arithmetic, for the AP, what was the first number? Was it 2? No? 2x and y. So if I go with this here, then it will be 2x and y. For the GP, it would be x, y, and what was it? 12. No. Okay. Or if I go with this set here, it will be 2 x and y. It's for the AP. For the GP, it would be 4, 6 and 9. And we can check if we put it. Okay? How do I move from one term to the next? How do I move from one term to the next? I subtracted 1 and 3/4. So 4 quarter minus 1 and 3/4 give you negative 1.5. So yes, it is true. Okay, for the arithmetic. And I can do the same for the geometric. You can test it. And here we are adding 2 all the time. Here we are multiplying it by 3/2. Yes, and that's also correct. You see that, people? So we can confirm that it is correct. The full video will be in the description box below. Yes? X. Yep, absolutely. No mistake, yeah? Remember, for the GP it was X, Y and 9. No? So I wrote, what did I write? 2. I used that value. Supposed to have been a quarter. Negative 3/2 and 9. Thank you. Anything else? Alright. And that takes us to tomorrow's lesson. Let me just check. Oops. Yep, some of arithmetic series. Okay.